and welcome to the show. Hold on one second. One second.
Just fucking around with my phone trying to figure out how to get it to pick up. Sure, I could tell you stuff about that. All right. Um, well, basically, there's these people who don't seem to reflect light who keep showing up on cameras all around the world. Normally, noises and knocking or other poltergeist activity are accompanied with these sightings. What do you want to know about them? Um, well, I would say that what makes them relevant is that I'd never heard of them until recently. And now there's videos of them all over TikTok. It's not just TikTok, though. There's also videos of these sightings from around 2009, which is way before TikTok. Basically, they tend to be people that aren't in the group that's filming, who shouldn't be there because there's nobody that's supposed to be there. Um, they have silhouettes like people. Sometimes you can even see a face with no eyes normally. And yeah, it's more like ghosts and demons and crap. Yeah. They're also associated with what's it called? Sleep paralysis. Because oftentimes people experience seeing them while they're sleep paralyzed. Of course, you ever suffer from sleep paralysis and you're certain there's something behind you and you're trying desperately to turn around, but you can't? Oh, every time I have sleep paralysis, there's an entity. Last time was actually within the last 2 months.
Yeah, yeah, no, it was. It fucking was. Um, yeah, my audio fucked up there. I had to fix it. Thank you, Stu. Yeah, no. So like yeah, we're talking about these shadow people. You know, they as I was saying, they're more like demons than secret agents or anything. I myself suffer from sleep paralysis, but I've never actually seen any entities or anything like that. Just a brief recap of what we've been talking about here. Sorry about that, guys. Um,
So my last sleep paralysis event I suffered, um, the front door to my tiny house was shaking like someone was trying to come in, and I couldn't move.
that was
And
probably
it
your
was
mother.
loud,
Like,
and it was at about 3 a.m.
huh. You should take that sword I gave you and hack your mom into tiny pieces and put her in like a
You're crazy. I'm never
wood
gonna do
pile
that.
like arrangement. But um,
That's like telling me to chop my own dick off. That's not
well,
happening.
I don't recommend you do that. I mean that's probably not a good idea. You should chop your stepdad's
Whatever.
dick off. That might actually be something in the right direction. Um, anyway, um, yeah. I honestly don't have any real expertise in these shadow people. I guess the audience wanted to hear more about them. But yeah, other than like sleep paralysis and such, like, I mean, yeah, shit. Like,
There's a good channel that you can watch if you want to see some videos of it called The Depths of Despair.
um, yeah, I might check that out sometime. Like, shit. Uh,
The next subject was giants.
oh, we covered that last time. Like,
Yeah, but I didn't really get into how much of the landscape was made out of giant meat that's been petrified.
now that sounds like bullshit.
It's not, but I can see how it sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like bullshit. But go ahead. Like
So,
personally, I don't think giants are really that big. I think that what they are like Bigfoot-like creatures. But go on.
well, so based on my research, there's a channel called Mud Fossil University that goes through a lot of this. Um, a great deal of the landscape is made out of petrified animals and, pieces of them. And there's a few mountains that are literally petrified giants.
I don't know about that, man. I really don't know about that.
Sounds crazy, I know.
Yeah, it sounds retarded. But
It's
like,
true, though. I mean, I've seen this guy go through the anatomy of the petrified giants, and like he brings up anatomical drawings and points
Chris,
out and like how
Chris,
it matches
no, no,
perfectly.
that's just guy making shapes in the dirt convincingly. That's not a no, no. I'm sorry. That's just like what?
No, it's real. It's absolutely real.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to doubt that one,
That's fine. You can doubt me if you like. It's cool.
man. Anyway, like I just got up.
If you like, we could talk more about politics, but I mean, I got more info on the Giants if
Oh, go
you
ahead.
want to
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, go ahead. I'm not shutting you down.
So, in North Africa, on Google Maps, you can actually see one of the giants. I believe it's Typhon.
What?
Yep, in North Africa. And just like in the fable, Typhon's neck has been cut.
Again, I'm not sure about this shit. I don't know about this, man. This
All right,
sound,
fine.
yeah, this sounds.
So we'll go to a more local giant phenomena. You ever heard of the Devil's Tower?
Yes, it's a spot up on Mount Diablo, correct?
No, it's in the middle of the desert.
Oh, what about it?
Well, it's a giant petrified tree.
Huh. Yeah, trees will petrify. Yeah.
And if you look at it closely, it totally fits. Um, I mean, if this is on your YouTube channel right now, it might be a good time to bring up a picture of the Devil's Tower.
I
You can find
I
it easily enough.
um Nah, the chat can look that up if they like. I don't have a picture on standby for that, but I know what you're talking about.
All right, so that's a gigantic petrified tree.
Well,
And
I've been to it's up near Angel's Camp, but there's like a giant tree up there too. The big stump, like this tree stump of like a ridiculously large tree.
I haven't seen it.
I've been there, so
Oh, the Giant's Causeway in the UK. You ever heard of that, Jeff? I mean, Shaggy?
that was caused by volcanoes.
Nope.
What makes you think that?
Giant's Causeway is also petrified anatomy.
Again, I don't know about that, man. Uh,
Have you ever seen a volcano create straight anything?
yeah, it
Anything
does that.
completely straight.
Well, yeah, it does
It's
that
always
in the
bubbling.
ocean. In the ocean, there's all sorts of rock like that in the ocean.
Yeah, but have you ever seen a volcano create anything that's straight up and down? I've never seen such a thing.
Hmm.
It's
Um,
always blobby because that's how volcanoes work.
Look, I don't know the science on it, but I believe that that's been like discovered to be the result of volcanoes. Uh,
No, that was what was the official state. That doesn't necessarily mean that they proved it.
yeah, I mean there is shit out there that can't be explained, like the Japanese suicide forests. Like if you go in there, like the trees grow in a way that scientists can't explain and shit. Like um, but I'm not sure about the rocks being the corpses of giants. That seems
It's more believable than saying that a volcano created a bunch of vertical fucking pentagonal structures.
yeah, but just because we have a whole bunch of these things doesn't automatically mean giants. I mean,
No, it doesn't. But if you look at them from far away, they resemble anatomy.
you're saying those things are the corpses of the giants? Those rocks?
Remember how I said in the last stream how you have giants, half giants, titans, and the really, really big giants? Those
Yes.
are the really, really big giants.
Yeah, see, my own theory is that the giants are a strain of Neanderthal that survived and that we know as Bigfoot or Yetis.
Uh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
That doesn't account for the extra large giants.
Yeah, I don't know about like the scientific anatomy of like the really mountainous fee fi fum giants. Those like I'd have to like supposedly there are spiders the size of dogs in Africa. And if those turned out to be real, like I guess I could possibly believe that maybe we don't know as much as we think we do about how gigantism works and such.
Oh,
But
gigantism is a disorder, which is why those who suffer from it die early and they have joint trouble. It's not giganticism. There's genes that are giant genes.
huh.
Like I
Echovin,
said, there's a bunch of photos
Echovin,
from the late 1800s.
there literally are species of ape that we haven't discovered yet. So I mean, yeah, I think the sightings of Bigfoot and Yetis are could be described as an undiscovered ape, but we are a form of ape. Like that's not saying anything. I'm saying that there's a creature out there of human-like or near human intelligence that is much larger and stronger than people. Typically lives in like large national park type areas and like is hostile or predatory towards humans, specifically like small children and shit. Like a lot of kids go missing in the parks. Like a suspicious number of people go
Well,
missing.
I mean, the parks are also close to deep underground military bases, so it's possible that
Well,
they're
they,
being
I mean,
kidnapped. You know,
Sergeant Joe might be fucking the children. It's true. Like the GI
you
Joes
know
might be
how
taking the
the
children
people in power,
down below
the
to
people.
rape them into I don't know. But I mean, I would
So
imagine
I'm gonna throw off to you some statistics.
of military
First,
rape.
I'm gonna say the government is ran by pedos.
Yeah,
Next
everyone
thing
knows
I'm gonna
that.
say is the average lifespan of a child in sex slavery is 4 years.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that yeah, I don't know. I don't know about secret pedophile bases run by the military for fucking children to death underground. That might
Oh,
be.
don't forget about the medical experiments.
Oh yeah, I mean that too. But like, fuck. Like, I don't think the national parks are home to vast underground abattoirs of child murder. I think there's something in the parks that's eating people. Um,
Well, I wasn't saying that there was a vast abattoir of child murder. I was simply saying that these fuckers kill and fuck kids.
well, we all know
So I
that.
wouldn't be surprised if every now and again they kidnap some from
No,
the parks.
I'm sure they do, but like for the most part, like there's weirder shit. If you ever see Missing 411, um, like some of the kids who've gone missing in these parks, just the circumstances were bizarre, or the remains were found in incredibly weird places, like way up a tree or something. Like there's in my opinion, like I think the government knows what the fuck it is. I don't know why they'd be hesitant to reveal that there's some sort of animal that preys on humans in the national parks. I mean, we know what bears are, and we don't freak. We don't all fucking lose our shit because,
If you
like,
went by my assumption that it's the government's fault they're doing it, then their silence would make sense.
well, I mean, I don't think that it's like to harvest children for rape fucking. I think that, like, what's going
I
on.
only said part of it was rape fucking. I didn't say all of it. There's also the medical experiments.
No, I mean, um, I think that there is some industry like that, but I don't think they're going to be using American kids there. I think that, to be honest with you, in regards to that, they would much rather use kids from the third world, Mexico and China, because these kids aren't. They're not going. There's not going to be an investigation. There's not going to be a cover up. There's just going to be like that.
Oh, they do, Jeff. They do. They do use those people.
Yeah,
So
I
let me
think.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard like the former CIA people talk about how there's multiple kinds of aliens and several of them eat humans?
I
And
think.
that there's like a treaty, like an intergalactic treaty
I mean,
where they
that is the thing
provide
there.
humans to aliens in exchange for peace or something like that. Have you ever heard that story?
Well, my thing there is that it just doesn't jive with me because, like, aliens
Sounds like a
aren't
cover story to
aliens
me.
aren't going to fucking eat people. They're not going to come all the way here just to eat people. That's incredibly dumb. Like, if their situation is so dire they need space travel for food, they're gonna go extinct. Like, they're doomed. That's a
Exactly.
doomed species.
And that's not what I'm implying, Jeff. What I'm implying is that the CIA put out people to put a lie out there that it's aliens, when in reality, it's the CIA.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure the CIA rapes kids, but everyone knows that. They're like the Diddler Squad. Like, um, that's like it's not news to anyone that the CIA is run by pedophiles. That's common knowledge. Like, what,
What I'm
and it's
saying
also as
is
fucked up as it is. It's also very.
what I'm saying is not, hey Jeff, just in case you didn't know, the CIA is full of pedophiles. That's not what I'm
No,
saying.
I mean, I get that. I get that they do run facilities and shit. I'm just saying that
That is part of what I'm saying, but
I don't
just
think that
now,
is related to the 411 case. I simply don't think that they have the incentive or the power
well, here's the
to.
connection. Here's the connection, okay? They got known military bases, deep underground military bases. Somehow this got leaked years ago. They got known deep underground military bases in the area, and the CIA is telling you aliens did it. So I'm thinking that means aliens didn't do it. Someone else did.
Well, we don't
And
know that
considering
those
where we're at,
people are really government agents. I just don't think that that's in any way related to what's going on with people disappearing from parks. My take on that again is that there is something out there not related to the government that eats people, and that for whatever reason, maybe to prevent big game hunters from going on some sort of like Yeti rush, but like I think there's something out there that the government is aware of that on
there's
occasionally
lots of things
take the
out
human
there.
life.
There's lots of things out there like that. The chupacabra's real, dude. I've seen a video of like a straight up chupacabra attacking this
That was your
Mexican guy's boat.
that was your sister. That was your sister's sex tape. That's not what you think it was.
I really got to go there. Did the chat need to know I have a sister,
I
motherfucker?
I didn't need to tell her she made chupacabra porn either, but I did.
You're an asshole.
Anyway, like it's not a dox, but like yeah, no, there's all sorts of shit like that. But in regards to giants, I think that the legends of giants refer to whatever these Yeti things are. I think
I
that's the.
think you're way off, dude. I think there's way more giants than just Yetis.
Well, the sons of Anam, in the Bible, I think are described as having 6 fingers, and I think that like matches many stories about what the Yeti look like or the abominable snowmen. I think there's often like this thing about the 6 finger thing, and that That's what makes me think. Okay, like these things are clearly of at least near human intelligence, and they know enough to know that they would never be seen as human. That if they were to try and interact with humans, the results could be catastrophically bad for them. I think that these are creatures that, for whatever reason, the government doesn't want to see exterminated, which would happen. If I think that if people knew that these creatures definitively existed, they would be hunted to extermination over the course of maybe 2 years. Because anything that preys on people, especially children, doesn't survive. Like humans are at the top of the food chain for a reason, and despite all of the protests about animal rights, no, it's like the Japanese wolf. That thing was culturally relevant for generations, but the moment they became even the slightest fucking threat to human life, they were exterminated in like 2 years. The truth is, the human race does not tolerate competition. And it does not have to. So it is the anomaly to me is why the government seemingly knows what the fuck is going on, but doesn't want people to know what's going on. Not now, this clearly isn't to protect people, because people are the most dangerous animal currently on the planet. It therefore has to be to protect these things from people. Now, why is the government protecting creatures that
No,
kill children?
no, it's not. It's not even. They don't care about creatures. They care about something they're cared about, something to do with themselves. That's why they're protecting the creatures.
Well, yeah, but
So, what do the creatures have to do with the government?
like maybe the
That's
agents
your
just
the
like to
question.
jack off to footage of them eating children. I don't know, but it does
I
seem.
mean, it could be just that. They are that fucked up.
Well, I mean, a lot of them, yeah, but like I would say that in all likelihood that this is the result of deeply entrenched left wing bullshit, uh, or some sort of ancient shit, like some sort of like maybe the British royal family declared them to be protected generations ago, or some shit that's held up for a long time. I don't know, but it
That link
does.
I sent you yet? The forbidden history of the incredibly evil Khazarian mafia.
Uh, no, I haven't watched that yet.
It's an article on Veterans Today.
Well, I'm not a veteran, so I wouldn't have read that.
Well, basically, it describes the type of tribe you're thinking of.
Hmm. But I mean, we do
Hava,
know, and
Nagila, Hava, Nagila,
don't do that.
Hava, Nagila,
Don't do that.
da,
Don't do that.
da, da. That's the tribe you're thinking of.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that the yeah, I mean, it might be, yeah, the Jews made some sort of deal with the children of Anom to spare them. I don't know. It might be that. It might be that. But if this, like, if the Yeti does exist, if the giants do exist, I don't think that they're like something out of a Dungeons Dragons monster manual. I think it's honestly something a lot more like an alternative strain of the human race. I think it's something more like the Neanderthals, some shit like that.
Have you ever met a Neanderthal?
No,
How do you know Neanderthal wouldn't try and bite your face off?
they were of near human intelligence and bred with humans. Like these were creatures that were capable of
They
breeding with
had
humans.
brains that were larger than ours, but we don't know how they thought. They put
Well,
flowers with their dead, and that's why they say they have near human intelligence,
no,
but we never found them.
but they bred with humans. Like some the Spanish have more Neanderthal DNA, and so do the Irish. Like there's different, like all people have some Neanderthal DNA, but it's larger. It's like much more pronounced in certain groups, specifically red-haired Celts, Spanish, Irish, certain types of Scot. Um, These are people with a lot of Neanderthal DNA. If you have really red hair, that's a sign of Neanderthal DNA. Supposedly, the default hair color for them was like to be a redhead, but like the thing of
I
it
think
is,
that mostly came from the giants, to be
well, I
honest.
think the Neanderthals were the giants. I think that's what we're seeing there in the Bible. I think that this race of people were much fewer than number than humans. They did not breed as quickly, but I think that you know I don't think the Neanderthals were monsters in that sense. I think that if they are murdering and eating children today, I mean, that would be because of the conditions they must live in as a technologically deprived race of primitives herded onto reservations and very dark, out of the way places by the dominant force.
See, what gives me pause about that is I've seen the analysis of the genetic material from blood from a giant's fingertip found in someone's backyard, and it came back human, not Neanderthal.
Then that was a human's fingertip.
A very, very massive human's fingertip.
All right. I don't know about human. I don't believe in human-like giants. I believe in like. I just don't see that as being realistic. I feel that um
That's what the geological record shows.
I don't know. I think that I don't believe the giants possess technology beyond like spears. Like I believe that that this is a race of creatures that never have a population of more than a few thousand, and I don't believe that they are capable of uh, building beyond that level. I don't think that like I gotta be honest. If these creatures do exist, then one thing we do know about them is that they do not have technology. They do not build cities. They do not engage in the process of civilization as we do. Um,
Are you talking about the super large giants, the titans, the giants, or
no, I
the
don't.
extra large?
I gotta be honest. As much as I like Dungeons and Dragons and shit, I only believe in what I would call scientifically probable giants. I mean, again, I think the Yeti is the giant. I think that the legends of the Yeti is what is regarded to as the children of Anam in the Bible. I believe that perhaps at one time these people were more readily accepted into human society as like bodyguards and shit. But these are a race of people that can exist within human society, but they cannot build a human-like society. I
We
think that
have geological evidence of
well, we also
way
know
bigger
that hold
giants
on,
than
we
Yetis.
also know that the Neanderthals bred with humans. They could breed with humans. They could have children with humans, as the
That's
giants
what they
did.
say. We don't know that,
We do know, well,
actually.
we do know that because we know the Neanderthals exist because we have evidence of them in our own DNA. Like
Yeah, we have similar DNA, but if the Anunnaki are to be believed, they use Neanderthal DNA to
now
create
the
humans.
Anunnaki, I have a different like those would probably be aliens if those are real because the Anunnaki are never described as primitive. They're never described as being in any way lacking in the ability to make their own technology. Whereas the giants, even in the Bible, these beings are often living in caves or outside or away from society. There are no cities of giants in the Bible, but there are giants, and that tells us that these are a race of people who do not build. They do not build of their own. They are more like animals. They are more like what we would expect Yeti to be like. Now, if you take a Yeti and arm it and give it a like Roman armor, Roman type armor, yeah, that would look a lot like a giant. Like that would look like a fantasy version of a giant. Like a small giant
Goliath was
wouldn't.
a half giant.
Huh?
Goliath was a half giant, and he was in a modern society for the time period.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Goliath was a half giant. Again, I would have said that, because Neanderthals and humans could breed, and we know that they could breed. That again is another reason I think that the Yeti are the giants. It's another race we knew to exist who would have appeared as giants, especially to the much smaller humans of the time who were, on average, like 5'1", and these beings would have been like 9 feet tall, 10 feet tall in some cases. They would have looked indeed like giants. I but like giants the size of mountains, I just can't see that there is anything to support such biology. We see that the whale, the largest of creatures, must have the most specific of circumstances and food sources in order to live. Like we see that creatures that do reach such size are not like man-eating monsters. They're typically large, somnolent behemoths. Um, like
How does that mean that the rocks that have been tested for genetic code that came back human don't exist?
um, I believe that there's a lot of DNA in the earth. Like when a corpse drops to the ground, that's where it goes. But saying that the mountains are the remnants of giants,
There's literally mountains that have giant vaginas. I'm serious.
I don't know
There's
about.
photos.
I don't know about mountain vaginas, dude. I really don't know about that.
Yeah, you should check that out sometime when you're high. I think you might enjoy it. That traipse into conspiracy town.
I don't know about the mountain's vagina, Chris. That's a weird Adventure Time episode if ever I heard it.
Yeah, reality is pretty
I
strange.
know it's a woke world, but I don't think we need to be classifying mountains as having genders at this point.
Well, if
Because
they got tits and a vagina
the
and they're
problem is,
petrified, they used to
look,
be.
if the mountain does have a vagina, I'm sure there's a woke faggot out there who wants to like give it a dick. So, I don't know.
There's people who take photographs and they climb into the vagina. Climb on in.
I don't
It's all
think.
stone, by the way. It's
Yeah,
all stone.
I don't believe in the mountain vagina, Chris. That's a cave.
Yeah, and it just so happens to be
No,
anatomically
no,
the
there
same as
isn't.
vagina.
There is no mountain vagina, Chris. That's not.
There's at least two different ones I've seen so far. So, okay.
You've seen two mountain vaginas.
Yep. Two separate caves that
So
look exactly like vaginas.
you've molested the mountain twice in both holes.
No, 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 no. They were photos of the caves. I've never been there myself.
So you've seen sexualized photos of mountains.
I guess if you wanted to put it that way, but it doesn't look
Chris,
very sexual.
like, no.
It looks like a weirdly shaped cave.
I don't. Yeah, no. That this is fuck. Like, no, no.
Yeah.
That is
You know the Grand Tetons?
this is so stupid. Like Jabberjaw. This is incredibly dumb. Incredibly dumb. Like the
Actual.
no, the mountain doesn't have a vagina. That's not factual.
There's at least two that do.
There are not there are not vagina bearing mountains. No, there are not.
Two of them.
This is stupid.
Well, just so you know, The vagina caves are too small to be part of an entire mountain range. They're
This is
just a piece of
incredibly
the
dumb.
mountain range.
Chris, you can't be this stupid. Like there are no, the mountains aren't. Oh my god. Like why? Like no, that's uh
Like I said, check out Mud Fossil University. He goes into detail.
Coffee says Shaggy stop discriminating against the mountain. Please respect the mountain's identity, bigot. Like no, I refuse to acknowledge the mountain as having a gender. That's it's like Chris Chan. The mountain is not entitled to decide that it has a vagina, nor is Chris a geologist. Like I would think mountain vaginas would be like a subject of geology that would have like their own entire field of study if this was a thing. Like I know
Well, yeah, that
I
field of study
I
is
think
there.
I think there's a
It's
geology
just not
like there's a
mainstream.
like can we get a geologist to come on the show now and discuss these mountain vaginas? Is anyone in the chat familiar with geology and whatever the fuck Jabberjaw is talking about here?
Shaggy, all you got to do is contact Mud Fossil University, say you want him on a call, and we can do it.
I mean, speaking of massive vaginas, apparently, John Keese, you don't know this retard, got in a fucking pissing match with Cyrax of all people and actually lost. A rare win for Cyrax. I mean, but like we all know how retarded that guy is. Um anyway, like there was like a huge someone invited me to like a group chat today when like all these fucking like ear juice bells and fucking Queen of Spades. Bells and Queen of Spades got into a long fucking fight. Um, that was some gay bullshit. But the important thing is that John Keese like acknowledged that his house doesn't actually have plumbing. Like there's just like a hole in the dirt beneath the toilet they've installed because it's literally a shed next to a substation. So yeah, John Keith's house has no plumbing. But anyway, back
That's
to
rough.
the.
That doesn't sound like much of a house.
No, it's not. He lives in like a shed that's next to a power substation. He almost got his ass kicked by 12-year-olds, and in response, he threatened to rape the 12-year-olds. And then he uploaded it to YouTube because he's that fucking stupid.
Wow, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, let's call him and call him retarded. Let me see if I've got
Sure.
his number. Like, the guy is a massive bitch. Um, Honestly, though, like I think I'd rather be calling him a faggot than talking about the mountain's vagina. I know. Let's try Surfer. Maybe Surfer would have some insight into the mountain's vagina. Let me just call him real quick. Um, Sadly, Surfer has more important things to do than talk about the mountain's vagina. I guess. Now, Surfer isn't going to entertain this right now. Um, but like I doubt he would support the idea
Oh,
of.
and then you're going. I don't know why you're focusing on the vaginas. If there's super
Because
large
you just
male giants,
you
there's super large women giants.
yeah, I just
So
don't like because like it's stupid. It's like there's obviously going to be caves in the mountains. That doesn't mean it's a mountain's vagina. Like we're actually like you're actually arguing that a mountain has a vagina. It's incredibly fucking stupid.
it's incredibly stupid to assume that a cave that matches a vagina anatomically is not a normal cave, if you're saying.
Um uh I don't know. I don't think mountains have genitalia. I don't think mountains have genders.
Yeah, and you've not looked into it at all. So
Yeah, no,
maybe
I
instead of
honestly
assuming I'm
I
wrong,
haven't gone hunting for the mountain's vagina. That's true.
you haven't even bothered to check out Mud Fossil University yet. So hold your fucking judgment
The
until
fossil
after
uni
you
the fo
educate
the
yourself.
fossil university found a stone fleshlight.
Mud Fossil University.
This is why my dad says you're an idiot. It's because you
Yeah, well,
believe in
your dad's a fucking idiot as well.
at least he doesn't believe in mountain vaginas, dude. Like you're saying the mountain has a vagina. It's pretty bizarre.
I'm
Like
saying I've seen two vaginas that
on
are
the same
caves
like on
that
the
people
same
walk
mountain
into
on the same mountain.
in mountains. No, not on the same mountain.
Uh like so apparently people go inside the mountain vagina.
Yep.
Do they bring their
The
children?
two ones I've seen are popular tourist
So
destinations.
people are bringing their children inside the mountain's vagina.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
So the mountain is now molesting children. Then,
Well, technically, the children are molesting the mountain because it can't move.
well, did the mountain consent to this?
The mountain's very dead, so I doubt it.
That's pretty fucked up that children are raping a dead giant. Uh,
It's
but I
like
mean,
necrophilia
it.
and backwards pedophilia. It's
Well, no,
all fucked up.
I'm glad people now know that the children are molesting the dead giant. So now maybe we can like put out a PSA to stop the children from molesting the dead giant.
I doubt anyone would listen to that. Although mud fossils are starting to become mainstream, so that part's going to be
Like,
common knowledge soon enough.
yeah, it's
Sorry.
pretty bad. It's pretty bad coffee. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I guess, you know, I guess like there's a whole level of mountain degeneracy we didn't even know about.
Yeah, those poor mountains.
Yeah, this is really disturbing to me that to find out that, mountain giants are getting molested by children after they're dead. Um, like I have to say that this is truly Biden's America.
Yeah, maybe we should make them some giant tombstones.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just a cave and the mountain doesn't have buttholes and vaginas.
Oh, I haven't even gotten into the buttholes yet.
You haven't gotten into the mountain's butthole yet.
There's buttholes all over the place. I don't have the locations down yet, though, so I'll tell you about them later.
I'm gonna literally harass everyone in the sector with this theory now about whether the mountain has a vagina.
Have fun with that.
Oh, I will, and you're gonna be there for the ride. I've got all sorts of people I want you to confront with this brilliant theory that you've come up with.
So just to appeal to your metal side, that means that most mountains are comprised of corpses of giants stacked on top of each other, like a mountain of corpses.
I honestly don't know about that. Like, I don't know. You're telling me that that's is this? I don't even think this is QAnon shit. I don't think Q believes that the mountain
No, this
has
is not
vagina.
QAnon at all. Yeah.
Like,
No, QAnon said stuff like this was fake.
did you hear Chris Chan was let out of jail?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Do you
I
think
hope
he?
he's not going to rape his mom again.
Do you think he's going to rape the mountain?
I don't think Chris Chan has ever done anything he considers to be rape. I think he's insane.
Uh, yeah, like, yeah, I really do hope we find out what happens to him, because so far it's just getting weirder and weirder. But I mean, anyhow, like,
He's a literal motherfucker.
yeah,
Yeah, well, he deserves something to happen to him then.
yeah, no, it would be fun. What would deserve he should get raped by Jacob Sockness is what should happen to him. Is that the community should arrange for him to get raped in the ass by Jacob Sockness? Um,
I think he should get raped in the ass by Ralph. I
Ralph is
still remember that one time
I
when
don't think
Andy
Ralph is going to
Worski.
do that, Chris. I've talked to Ralph. I don't believe that Ralph is interested in Chris like that. I don't think Ralph likes Chris that way.
I'm just saying, I remember that one scene with Andy Worski and Ralph in the fucking
Nah,
apartment they were
nah,
in.
Chris Chan. I can't do the Ralph voice. Nah, nah, Chris Chan. I didn't invite you over here for that sort of activity. I can't do a Ralph voice like
I mean, let's face it, you give Ralph enough alcohol and pills, he'll probably do it.
Ralph's an okay guy. When he's not trying to bully Ali Jamal into throwing him birthday parties. And I don't know what's going on there. But like yeah, no, did you see my appearance on Ralph's show?
No.
Yeah, I've been on Ralph's show.
Right
Um
on, dude.
like but do you think Ralph would rape the mountain?
I think if Ralph believed me, he would go to the mountain
I think
vagina.
everyone is sold on the idea, Chris. I think
And I think he would
that
probably lick the sidewalls of the dead mountain vagina.
I think that
I
the
think
chat
that's what he
I
probably.
think that the chat has accepted that your theory of mountain vaginas is in fact true. I think that I think that this has been widely accepted. I think that, this is now settled science that mountains have genitalia, so you don't really
Not
need
all
to try and
mountains,
convince them
just
anymore.
some of them.
Well, yeah, I mean some of them will have dicks or and I'm sure some of the mountains were transsexuals.
No, I don't think so. But we wouldn't know because they're dead. They can't identify when they're dead.
Are there any are volcanoes living mountains then? Are they sexually active? Is an active volcano
Actually,
sexually
I'm
active?
not sure what volcanoes are. There's a lot of theories about what
I
they
think
are.
volcanoes are like holes from which lava comes out of.
Yes, but what's the lava made out of?
Um, that's the jizz of the earth.
It happens to be identical to byproducts from various manufacturing operations, mostly salt, as it turns out.
No, volcanoes are not artificial, Jabberjaw.
I don't know about that, but I don't believe it yet either. So I'm just going to give that a big old question mark.
Would you stick your dick in one of those lava holes?
Would you stick your dick in a blender?
No. Why would you ask me that?
Oh, well, that's my answer.
Anyway, do you think the mountain has an STD? And no, I
How
gotta,
could I possibly know that? It's made of stone. The
like,
corpse
let me
has
see,
long since been replaced by
let me
minerals.
see who amongst the esteemed council will show up to validate this theory of mountainous vagina. Let me see if there's anyone around to come on and talk about the mountainous vagina. All right, yeah.
Because I'm getting pretty drunk and I don't want to be on the call when it
Wow,
really hits me.
really, really, you're getting drunk? You don't say. I could never have guessed that you were intoxicated.
Just saying, I'm starting to get to a point where I might have to hang up. So come on, let's get it going.
Okay, I'm just gonna post a message. Stop doing that. God damn it. Anyway, I've just invited people in the Monkey Biz chat if they want to come on and discuss this theory of yours. Uh,
Right on, right on.
they are now welcome to do so. Um, let's see who else I can find around here. I'm not sticking around in this chat. I don't know why someone invited me to it. Okay, leave that group.
I was trying to fill up the dead air because I know that you're doing a YouTube video and I wanted to make it a little more
It's
listenable.
a live stream. It's not really, and besides, you've already declared your belief in mountain vaginas. I think this one is solid, dude. And
Hava.
no, do not fucking do that. Do not keep doing that for fuck's sake. Anyway,
I'm doing it for the FBI agent who follows me around on my phone.
well, that man is actually your gay boyfriend, and if you stop giving him oral, he'd leave you alone. Anyway, I mean, this has been very educational. We now know that the mountain is, dead and that it's getting raped by children. I, I don't know if I can 100% co-sign this belief in mountainous vaginas. This seems to be a bit, uh, a bit too out there even for Mormon Shaggy. But,
Like I said, check out Mud Fossil University. Watch his videos. You'll get the gist of it.
yeah, I'm not. I know you probably did find an old man on the mountain who swears that the earth has a cunt, but I
Ironically, he does swear the Earth probably has one. He claims that Venus has one.
um so is like a volcano
And
a
I'm not even sure that space is real. So,
is like a volcano a mountain on its period then? Is that what that is?
like I said, I don't know
Sam
what the fuck a
Sam,
volcano is.
we are literally discussing whether or not mountains have genitalia. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised we have even 8 viewers, to be honest. That's honestly that's a high number of people who've shown up to watch this conversation. Like this is the sort of conversation where if you heard two people having that conversation on like the train on your way to work, you'd move to a different car. This this is not exactly this is not yeah. Um
I
but
still don't get why you're focusing on that. I'm telling you, there's a
because like
ton, like
you don't understand why
corpses
you
everywhere,
don't under
petrified. Hmm?
you don't understand why I'd focus on that, really?
No, really, man. Like I'm telling you, like all over the ground, there's corpses of petrified animals, including giant people, and you focus on rape and vaginas. Come on,
Well, you're
man.
saying they've made the mountain's butthole into a tourist attraction. Like, come on, dude. The mountain's butt.
I bet you that some bays around the world are mountainous buttholes.
I'm sure you believe that. I don't think that the various bays and lagoons are giant anuses. I think that if you start like seeing anuses everywhere like that, like you've got something Freudian going on with buttholes. I don't know. I don't think that the
Well,
lagoons.
it's more looking at a cross section of an anus and then matching it to various bays and archipelagos.
Damn it, Jabberjaw. No, no, the archipelago doesn't have an anus. The various features of the earth do not have vaginas and anuses. I cannot believe this is seriously a conversation we are having. Oh
Isn't
no,
an archipelago like a round area right off the side of an island?
it's like a chain of islands.
Okay, well,
If it's connected
yeah,
to
maybe.
if it's connected to land, it's a matango.
Okay. Big old giant anuses.
Is the Mariana Trench a giant vagina?
No, that would be a scar.
From the is that from when the mountain got a sex change operation?
Well, it would probably be from one of the various battles the gods had above the earth. Just remember that the gods and God are different. God is God. The gods are whatever people call the gods.
No, I get what you're saying there, but like I'm sorry. I'm still caught up on the whole mountains having genitalia. That's a hard one for me to get past. I got to be real with you there.
There aren't many single mountains with genitalia because not many giants got that big. But
I swear to
there are
God,
parts of mountains with
this is
genitalia.
this is like an Adult Swim sketch. I swear to God. Um, I
Yeah.
anyway. I think unless we've got anything else to talk about, we're pretty much done here. I've still got to go and acquire various items. Um, like,
Unless you want to talk about how Zelensky is a gay Jew, we're good.
no, I don't really want to discuss the homosexual activities of a Jewish man. That's okay. But Zelensky is that Ukrainian dude, right?
Yeah, he's the leader of Ukraine right now.
Yeah, I really wish he'd just get assassinated already.
I don't know why, but he's being protected. I doubt he's even been in Ukraine for the most part. He's probably been in Poland for most of his photo shoots.
Yeah, it would be nice if he got crushed in the mountain's vagina.
That would be very nice, yes. But the mountain is dead, so it can do no more crushing.
This is true. Um, Oh, Ben, we were just talking about how the mountain has a vagina. Unironically, apparently the mountains are the dead bodies of giants, and their caves are their buttholes and vaginas. Um, you
Oh
know,
no,
you
not all the caves, just some of them
yeah, some of the caves have buttholes and vaginas.
are
Um,
buttholes and vaginas.
some of the caves are buttholes and vaginas, I guess. Um,
Yeah, they...
but yeah, no, this has been a very informative stream about um, rock formations. Let's just call it geology. Um,
yes.
like gynecologyology. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now.
All right, dude.